everyone, I'm Hero the Bard. My pronouns are they, them. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, today we're doing a ranking of some books. So I have 39 books that we're going to rank. It's going to be like 109 comparisons, I think, and we're going to figure out what my favorite book is. These books are the books I have rated as my like all-time 5-star out of 5-star since 2020. So in the past 6 years or so, these are the books that I've been like, I love these books, and I've read them. Some of them I've reread already. Let's get into the video, however, with this first comparison. As you'll notice, the very first one, I didn't choose these, by the way. It just like auto put out books for me to choose. And the first ones are Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk, and my own book, The Lost Mage Princess by Isabella Doucet. I did not choose to put that on as the first book here. Oh, is it? I can't possibly put my own book. I can't possibly choose my own book for the first one. Even Though I Knew the End was so good. Even Though I Knew the End was so good. Yo, it was so good though. Over and Under the Pond by Kate Messner. That was a kid's book. It was still a 5-star read, though. It was like, I learned something from that kid's book, you know? And then An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, which is completely opposite direction. Like, romantasy, has to do with fae courts. Oh, God. Is it weird if I choose the kids' book over An Enchantment of Ravens? Because I liked The Enchantment of Ravens. It was like a really good book, but like, oh God. Yeah, I'm going to choose Over and Under the Pond, which may be a weird choice. Oh, okay, this one's interesting. The Deep by River Solomons, or A Quiet Mountain, A Fable for All Ages by Jim Benton. So The Deep is such a good book. It is about like mermaid society. And then The Quiet Mountain is like a very reflective book that teaches you about meditation. If you hear chewing in the background, my cat is in the room eating his breakfast. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go with The Deep. It's very much something I loved. Okay, this one, there's no question about it. Like, I fully anticipate that the 2 Neil Gaiman books on this list are going to be like bottom of the barrel books. Because I no longer support this man, and I simply put them on this list because they were on my top 5, and I've been debating about taking them off of my top 5 and just like completely being like, you know, they were good reads, but how can I support a man who has done such horrendous things? So Mandrake Manor, queer, cozy, suburban fantasy was, I mean, honestly, God tier. The Secret Garden versus my book, Dear Dandy Heart. Oh, God, no. I reread The Secret Garden like every year. Literally, I've read this book every year since I was like 11. But Dear Dandy Heart is like my book. It is. And yes, I fully recognize that rating your own book as like 5 stars is very self-important and very self-imposed. It has no other ratings, by the way. No one else has rated these books. At least not over on Storygraph. I don't know about anywhere else because I don't keep up to date with Goodreads because fuck Amazon. Oh, this is hard. I think I have to go with Dear Dandy Heart because it's such a good book to me. Like, it's my perfect book. Okay, Howl's Moving Castle or An Annual Migration of Clouds. Howl's Moving... Excuse you, sir, what are you doing? My cat just jumped onto my desk and is, like, playing around in things now. Here, come here. Okay, you. Okay, Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wayne Jones, or The Annual Migration of Clouds by Premi Mohammed. When I say that The Annual Migration of Clouds was one of the best books I have ever read, I need to reread this book, actually, because it was so good, and I'm actually still looking for a physical copy of it, and I don't know why it's so hard to find physical copies of her 2 books, and I'm waiting for the 3rd one to come out. I have to click this one, obviously. Okay, we got The Yiverwood Witches by Amara Lynn and Lavender House by Lev A.C. Rosen. Oh God. Okay, Cozy Witches. Oh, it was a good book. But also Lavender House. Okay, Yiverwood Witches was like a bunch of short stories by Amara Lynn about like different people in this town. It was a very good book, and Amara Lynn is a fantastic writer, and I love all of their books. They actually have several books on this list. Lavender House, though, however, oh my God. That was like a queer book about a detective in like the 1950s, I think, who got outed, and there was just like so much behind his story, and he like had to figure out a murder at this at Lavender House and figure out like who had murdered this person, even though it had been ruled natural causes for her death by like the state attorney, but the family didn't believe that. And oh God, it was just like a whole thing. It was a really good read. I'm gonna choose that one. Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk and A Psalm for the Wild Bill by Becky Chambers. So we have seen this one already on this list. Is it better, however, than A Psalm for the Wild Bill? Oh God. Even Though I Knew the End was like a very queer book. I mean, both of these have queer elements in them, but like, I think I liked A Psalm for the Wild Bill better. A House on the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klung, or Katie Has Two Grandpas by Julie Sklunk Lyford and Robert Sklunk. I feel like I said that name. I ruined their names. So sorry. I'm going to go with The House on the Cerulean Sea because it was so impactful to me at the time I read it. Okay, The Anthropocene Reviewed, Essays on a Human-Centered Planet by John Green, or Poets for Life, 76 Poets' Responses to AIDS. Okay, both of these books, this is a really bad pairing for me. Both of these books are books I've read multiple times. Both of these books are books that I have, like, loved and devoured and cried from and annotated. I actually own like 3 different copies of The Anthropocene Reviewed. No, I have 3 physical copies, and then I also have a audiobook copy of Anthropocene Reviewed. And I have pulled out from the library 3 times Poets for Life. And I have cried every single time I've read it. I I have to go. Oh, this is so hard. This is so hard. Oh my god. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I think I have to go. I think I have to go with Poets for Life. I think I have to go with that one. So now we have an absolutely remarkable thing by Hank Green and Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Brother against brother. Oh god, who's better among these brothers? Who do I view as the better writer? Is it John? Is it Hank? Oh god, that's so subjective. Am I qualified to make this distinction? Oh no. Oh, Turtles All the Way Down made me cry, and it was so personal to me. Like, it was stuff that I was struggling with when I read it, and I have read it. That's not fair because I've also read an absolutely remarkable thing multiple times, but I've read Turtles All the Way Down multiple times. But, oh, objectively, my objective decision has to be based in like what I view, right? Like, it has to be. Am I using those words correctly? I feel like I'm using those words wrong. Um oh god. How can one make a decision like that? I know what my decision is. And it is Turtles All the Way Down. That is what is in my heart of hearts, and I'm sorry. And I feel like Hank would agree with me, honestly, but John would not. He'd be like, "You've made a mistake." Over and Under the Pond by Kate Mansour and Masks by Amira Lynn. Oh no. I have to go with Masks. I have to go with like superheroes, and oh god, this is so good. The Ask and the Answer by Patrick Ness and The Black Flamingo by Dan Atta. The Black Flamingo was so good. So was the Ask and the Answer, but like the Black Flamingo, so good. It was like a story about a drag queen, a like teenage drag queen, come tumbling down by Shannon, Shannon McCrew, and Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shannon McGuire. I don't know why I said McGrew. It's obviously McGuire. I like how I'm basing it off of these are in the same series, by the way. So like it's the same author in the same series. Which is better? Is it one later in the series? Actually, I know exactly which one I'm gonna choose as I'm saying all of this. But like that's hilarious to me that the same series, the same author, like, and I have a very subjective objective answer. My Conversations with Canadians by Lee Miracle. Lee Miracle, I have had the pleasure of meeting before she passed away. She was a very lovely Indigenous woman, and a dear, dear friend to one of my best friends. And she wrote many of my favorite like political Canadian books. And then Super Late Bloomer, My Early Days in Transition by Julia Kay. Well, I did really like Super Late Bloomer. My Conversations with Canadians 100% was a great book. The Deep by River Solomon, and Toil and Trouble 15 Tales by Women Tales of Women and Witchcraft by Jessica Spotwoods and Tess Sharp. I think I have to go with Toil and Trouble because it was such a like, I have a soft spot for anthologies, but it was such a fantastic anthology of witchcraft and womanhood, and there is one specific story in it that stands out to me as being just a wonderful piece of literature. All the Fabulous Beasts by Priya Sharma, and The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde, which I watched a new stage play, like a new production of The Importance of Being Earnest the other day, and it was so good and so funny and so queer. Just the way it was done was so good, but that is not coloring my judgment here because All the Fabulous Beasts was so good. Queer, There and Everywhere, 23 People Who Changed the World by Sarah Prager, and The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I have to go with Queer, There and Everywhere. It was so good. It was such a good book. The Companion by E. Ottman, The Graveyard Book, I already know. Mandrake Manor and Mothwoods. Oh no, I know both these people in my online life. I know them as fantastic writers. I know, like, I've talked to them. I've seen their writing journeys. Oh no. Okay, I know who I'm gonna choose. And it's not because I love one of them more than the other one. I'm so sorry, JP. I have to go with the Mothwood books. But you're still a fantastic writer, and I'm so bad. I'm sorry. The Annual Migration of Clouds by Primi Mohammed, or my own book, Dear Dandy Heart by Hero Doucette. I love this book. Dear Dandy Heart is something that is so integral to my heart and so integral to who I am, that it's hard having it on this list because it is like my perfect book. It's like everything I want in a book. I wrote it for me, and if no one else ever reads it, it is for me. It is like the queer experience of a young trans man, and it's just so good. It's so good. But like, no one might ever read it and no one might ever love it the way that I love it, but I love it, and that's why it's on this list, is because I love it so much. Not just as a writer, but also, like, I've reread it and I've loved it reading it. The Annual Migration of Clouds, however, I want to write like this. I read The Annual Migration of Clouds by Primi Mohammed, and I want to write like that. Like, I wish I could write like this. And it's sickening how, like, I'm not a jealous person. I'm not jealous of, like, other people's success. I'm not someone who I cheer on all other writers and everything. But yeah, I just, like, I so desperately want to be able to write in the way that Primi Mohammed has written The Annual Migration of Clouds, because the world building is beautiful, the characterization is beautiful, the just everything about it is beautiful. And again, Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones versus Dear Dandy Heart. Howl's Moving Castle is one of my favorite books. However, Dear Dandy Heart is my favorite book. Howl's Moving Castle or The Secret Garden. These two are on equal footing to me, and that's weird to have them pitted against each other, because to me they're like equally The Secret Garden. A Song for the Wild Build or Lavender House. A Song for the Wild Build. Even though I knew the end or Lavender House. Again, these two are so equally like aligned for me that I'm just like, no, I knew the end. My book again. The Lost Mage Princess or Lavender House. Lavender House. The Lost Mage Princess or Yiver Woods. I know Amara. Can I say I am a better writer than Amara? Can I say that The Lost Mage Princess is better written than the Yiver Woods book? I can't say that, but I can still say it's my favorite. It's my favorite. Poets for Life or The House on the Cerulean Sea. Two books that made me cry. The House on the Cerulean Sea. Poets for Life. Masks. Turtles. Absolutely remarkable thing. Down Among the Sticks and Bones. Come Tumbling Down. Conversations with Canadians. Toil and Trouble. Super Late Bloomer. Queer There and Everywhere, All the Fabulous Beasts. I've really loved this book. The Picture of Dorian Gray. I've read both of these books multiple times. I love these books. Oh God. Mothwoods. Oh no. Mandrake Manor. The Companion. The Graveyard Book. Oh God. Again, these are like equal footing to me. They're both very good books. Song for the Wild Build, Annual Migration of Clouds. I feel like I have to address the last thing because both of those books were Neil Gaiman books, and I just like chose one of them that I was like, I liked that book, but like they're both Neil Gaiman books. They're going to be on the bottom of the list regardless because I hated Neil Gaiman. A song, like, I know what will be on the bottom of the list. I don't know what will be the very top of the list. I almost assume it will be like Amara for some reason. I don't know. A Song for the Wild Build or An Annual Migration of Clouds. These were two excellent books. There's my dog barking. Song for the Wild Build or An Annual Migration of Clouds. Both of these books made me want to be a better writer. Both of these books were excellent written, excellent storyline, just everything about them was excellent. I think the Annual Migration of Clouds. No! Every time Dear Dandy Heart comes up, I'm just like, how dare you? Song for the Wild World. Even though I know. Dear Dandy Heart. The Secret Garden. These are so hard. It's so hard. Even though I knew the end for this, The Secret Garden. Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, God, that was so hard. That was so hard. I hate that. Oh, God, that was awful. Okay. Masks or Poets for Life? I think Poets for Life. Masks. Oh, John Green versus John Green. I liked this one better. Katie has two grandpas. Turtles All the Way Down. An absolutely remarkable thing. Ooh, okay. Did I like Katie Has Two Grandpas better than... I still think I like Over and Under the Pond. Oh, equal. 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 Oh. Oh, gosh. Ooh. Oh. Mandrake Manor or Queer There and Everywhere. Okay. Let's have some water while I try and think this one out. I think... I'm gonna go with Queer There and Everywhere. Mandrake Manor. The Companion. Picture of Dorian Gray. All the Fabulous Beasts. The Importance of Being Earnest. All of those were super easy after I got through anyways. The House on the The House on the Cerulean Sea, or The Annual Migration of Clouds. Annual Migration of Clouds. A Song for the Wild World. Oh, every time Dear Dandy Heart comes up, I'm just like, I want to click it. But then I'm just like, that's... yeah. Oh, okay. The House on the Cerulean Sea. Oh, two books. Poetry, fiction. I think poetry. I'm gonna go with The Secret Garden. I'm gonna go with Masks. I'm gonna go with... I had to try to pause there while I sneezed. Okay. Anthropocene Reviewed is such a good book for me because I read it so often and it has so much good insight, in my opinion. I do like Howl's Moving Castle Anthropocene Reviewed, though. Oh, Turtles All the Way Down or Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle. even though I knew the end were turtles all the way down. My brother's yelling at the cat. Ooh, I think Lavender House. Turtles all the way down. An absolutely remarkable thing. Lost Mage Princess. The Iverwood Witches. I know that it's gonna be like the two Neil Gaiman books, and then it's gonna be like the two kids books at the very bottom of the list. Like I know so for sure that's gonna be how that is. Conversations or Mothwood? I think Mothwood. Oh, okay. Wow, my brother's really mad at that cat right now. Okay, so these two are both very comparable books. They're both like more political books, Conversations with Canadians, Queer There and Everywhere, about like history of queer people. Oh God. I think this one. Okay. Based solely on what I would like reach for again, it's Mandrake Manor. And then the companion, like it's not because it's not a good book. It's because I've read it and I have read it multiple times. Like the Picture of Dorian Gray, I'd read Conversations with Canadians again. Oh, how dare you. These are such hard choices. We're getting into the hardest of choices, okay? So we have like choices that are grueling. It's like pulling teeth at this point. I think the Annual Migration of Clouds, A Song for the Wildveld. It's like pulling sucking teeth. Fuck. Marsh is a better writer than me. My book, though. Fantasy or like queer history. Queer fantasy, queer history. This one's happier. Oh, both queer history. One is poetry and one is more like historical. I think the poetry. The Secret Garden. Oh, masks. Anthropocene. Howl. Even though I knew the end. Lavender House. I think Queer There and Everywhere is like probably like lower on my list. I'm at the point where I'm like locking in and I'm being like, Oh, and we've gotten to the end of my list. Okay, everyone. Nice list. If you found this tool useful, please consider putting something in the tip jar by going to PayPal. This has been by Pub Maple. But let's go through the list and see if I'm surprised by anything. Our number one book, The Annual Migration of Clouds by Premi Mohammed. I'm not surprised by that. A Song for the Wild Build by Becky Chambers. Again, I'm not surprised by that. Those two were books that came up again and again, and I highly ranked them. Mothwoods by Amara Lynn. Okay. Dear Dandy Heart by me, Hero Doucette. Okay. I think too highly of myself, apparently. I have said, however, several times that book is like my book. It is something I specifically wrote for me, and I love every second of it. The House on the Cerulean Sea. Okay, Poets for Life, The Secret Garden, Masks, The Anthropocene Reviewed, and Howl's Moving Castle. Those are my top 10 books. Let's go to the bottom. I'm going to close this so I can read these. Now, to no one's surprise, or it shouldn't be to anyone's surprise, is that my bottom 5 books are exactly the books I thought they were going to be. Is The Ocean at the End of the Lane, the Graveyard Book. I am a little bit surprised that Enchantment of Ravens is below Kathy Has Two Grandpas and Over and Under the Pond, and then A Quiet Mountain. So I definitely thought A Quiet Mountain would be under an Enchantment of Ravens, and that it would be like these three, and then the Enchantment of Ravens above that. And then Oscar Wilde above it. That makes sense. All the Fabulous Beasts. Picture of Dorian Gray, The Ask and the Answer, Black for Me. Okay, yeah, all of this makes sense. Yeah. I am not surprised about any of this, really. So that 36, I thought I had 39 books on this list. Anyways, those are my results for my favorite books. The ranking of... I hope this tells you what books that you should be reading, because these were all 5-rated books that I've read. These were all 5-star reads, and this just tells me that I should read some of these again. I'm currently reading The Secret Garden yet again, because I always do, and I read Howl's Moving Castle every couple of years, but I read The Secret Garden pretty much every spring, so I'm reading it right now. However, though, I am reading these two. I think I should reread is A Song for the Wild Build, and An Annual Migration of Clouds. I think I need to get copies of those for my own personal library. And that is basically that. I have this one in my Kobo library, so my digital library, and I have to reread it as well as the second book in the series. Yeah, there's a couple on here that I'm just like, I should reread these. I just read this one not that long ago. I read that one not that long ago. I've reread this one every year for the past couple of years in the fall. It's a very cozy fall book. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna save that. And for there, I think we're done. Thank you for joining me. I've been Hero the Bard. My pronouns are they, them, and I'll see you next time. Bye!